everyone, Squid here. In today's video, I'm drawing Mew Mews, not the actual Tokyo Mew Mew girls, but some OCs from the franchise. If you know me, you should know that I love Tokyo Mew Mew with all of my heart. I love designing different Mew Mews with anything and everything because there are so many ways to create Mew Mews. And this team I've been dubbing as Continent Mew Mews. So over on my Instagram, I asked people to give me an idea for some Mew Mew OCs. To not be vague but not be too specific, and well, apparently I did do a good job because people thought I meant like one Mew Mew, not a team of Mew Mews, and also I put the example being sweets, and everyone just kind of gave me sweet ideas. So I ended up having to delete it and make a longer version, just explaining in better detail, and well, we're here now with some much more interesting ideas and concepts, so it worked out in the end. One of the ideas was continents from fairyhun.cos. Basically make a Mew from each continent, and in the end I chose from 7 continents 5 of them. Obviously, because a team of Mew Mews is 5 Mew Mews, so what I chose Asia, Africa, North America, Australia and Europe. And I got told I could choose what I wanted to use for them, so I decided to go with desserts. Originally, I was not going to have an American Mew Mew, I was going to have an Atlantic? Is it Atlantic? No, Antarctic. Yeah, that's what I meant, Antarctic. But Antarctica doesn't actually have any desserts, so I ended up changing the continent to North America. And I'll be honest with you, the North and South Americas confused the hell out of me. So I thought that North America was like America and Canada, and South America was like the deep south, like Texas and Alaska and stuff. And I'll be honest, I wouldn't even know where you place like the Latin Americans, like Mexico and Puerto Rico. I just thought they were like on an island somewhere, with like similar to how us Brits have island on an island, just slightly next to, you know, the main island of the UK. So yeah, I'm really bad at geography. And from there I did extensive research into what desserts were in certain continents, aka I looked up a few web articles that stated a few desserts from different parts of the continent, and that's how I chose what I wanted to use basically. And so for the first Mew Mew, I chose, and I do apologise if I mess up the pronunciation, I chose the dessert the Bang Gan, which is a Vietnamese dessert. It's basically, from what I researched, a coconut creme caramel, which apparently adds a flavour of obviously coconut and lime. But weirdly, when I search Bang Gan, it comes up with liver cake and is mainly common in places like Russia and Ukraine and like other Slavic places like that. So I don't actually know how accurate my research was when I was searching for, you know, the desserts and stuff from each continent, but either way I ended up choosing an off-white colour for her main colour and lime green for her secondary colour, and I honestly really love how the colours turned out on her. And I mean, if any of you are from these places, like, please do put in the comments about how accurate I am on this, because I don't know if Bang Gan is different from liver cake and Google's just messing them up or what's happening, but I'm just going on the information I got told off. The animal parts are based on the country's national animal, so Mew Bang Gan here is a water buffalo. I drew her hair, and to be honest, the animal parts were a bit of an afterthought, so whilst adding them on I had a bit of a panic, because I didn't know if female water buffalo actually had horns or not, but luckily from research they did, and it was a massive relief. I always think horns look really cool on creatures that have horns, but it doesn't really work adding horns to a character when the animal in question has sexual dimorphism, like say how antlers appear on male deer but not on female deer. I imagine that Mew Bang Gan is one of those modern girlies that wear those really cute yet chic outfits. She acts mature, but she's actually a massive goofball and loves making jokes and acting funny, and she gets to express this type of behaviour in her Mew Mew form more than her human form. And now, jumping into another part of the world, About, 12,000 miles down the road, not far at all, we land ourselves with the next Mew Mew. This is Mew Cook. I purposely shortened her name to just be Cook because she's based on the South African dessert Cook Sister, and it also just sounded really cute as well. And oh my god, her hair was so freaking hard to figure out. I wanted to give her some kind of braided design due to Cook Sisters being this warm, cinnamony syrup braid design itself. I ended up giving her long box braids, and my god, it was a struggle. Not necessarily drawing them, but just trying to figure out like the layout and how I'd wrap them around the ears and antlers of her animal, and also being able to see the braids as well. It just made it so difficult. Like most times when I make a POC character, I tend to just give them the natural afro hair. I love how cute afro hair looks. That, or I just do dreadlocks. But I decided to give myself a harsh challenge with giving her box braids, and you know what? I'm actually really happy with how they turned out. I found it really rewarding, and I do hope in the future I can delve into different style of POC hairstyles with like twists or other things in the future. So with Mew Cook being based on the Cook Sister, I decided to give her a more warm yellow and honey coloured dress with golden looking braids as an accessory. I tend to usually keep my colour palette to a 2 colour minimum, especially with Mew Mews, but sometimes I feel the outfit just needs that third colour to really help make things pop. I also gave her some strong eye makeup as a note to her animal, the Springbok. They're very beautiful and elegant creatures, so I can just imagine Mew Cook being like elegant, mature and soft spoken, definitely in and out of her Mew Mew form as well. Now let's move on to Romania, a quick 7,000 mile hike up the road. This is Mew Papanache. She is based on a Romanian dessert which is basically fried donuts made with a fluffy sweet cheese dough and served with sour cream and blueberry preserves. And looking at the photos of it, it looks absolutely scrumptious and mouth-watering. Now I could have gone with being proper basic for the European Mew Mew. I could have used an English dessert like apple pie or bread and butter pudding or Knickerbocker Glory. Oh my god, can you imagine Mew Knickerbocker? But literally, I have to live in England. I'm constantly surrounded in English culture, and I honestly want to change of pace. And I feel like Romania doesn't get a lot of limelight. Like, looking from the pictures on Google as well, it's literally fairy tale country. It is beautiful. I also really wanted to give Mew Papanache a dynamic pose of facing backwards, but turning to look at the camera. And in the end, I feel like I was off just a smudge, but it's not like I do dynamic posing like this very often. So you know what, I tried my best. I did my best, and that's what counts. So from the front of her outfit, she's got a full catsuit with like one full length glove sleeve with, a big shoulder pad kind of thing, and one open arm sleeve, with her boots also being attached to the catsuit as well. I also wanted to give her hairstyle a bit of a punkish style, but give her the traditional Romanian braids. And to be fair, she looks so cute and mysterious at the same time. Her colours are definitely based more on the blueberry preserve, being an extremely dark blue and with that pinkish red as a secondary. And her animal is based on the beautiful lynx cat. I definitely gave her more of a cat-like pupil and tried to put a lot of details in her eyes to make them stand out, which her eye shape was actually inspired by my Dress Up Darling. Even though her pose isn't the best, I'm really happy with how she turned out. I feel like her design makes her mysterious personality shine through. I can also imagine her having a really pretty dry sense of humour. Now I hope you're all up for a swim as we make our way 8,000 miles down under to the amazing and weird animal world of Australia. Crikey. I'll be fully honest with you as well. I struggled so much with her. At first, it was her height. I wanted her to be the tallest out of the group but not stand out for being too tall. Then I ended up struggling with her colours because they were pink and a red raspberry kind of colour. I've always struggled with that colour combination, pink and red. because sometimes they can look too similar, but if you push the pink to be a bit more magenta, it ends up making the pink look purple. I find it's a really awkward colour combination to work with. Then I ended up struggling with a hair colour. I don't want to go off brand and make her hair colour something that wasn't her two colours, but I also didn't want it to blend in too much with her outfit. I was thinking at one point to make her blonde, but I felt like if I did that, she would have stood out even more in the group, being the only one that doesn't have hair colour similar to one of her two colours. So yeah, in the end, she was actually, overall, a big struggle. She is based on an iced Vovo, which is a biscuit with pink fondant and raspberry jam in the middle, which is sprinkled with coconut flakes. So her Mew Mew name is Mew Vovo. I've noticed that all I've done in that moment is complain, so for the sake of not complaining, I love her outfit and the frilly skirt. I tried to give her skirt and top the look of the iced Vovo with the raspberry red in between the fondant pink on her outfit. I also gave her an off-white colour to indicate the coconut flakes as well. I find it really funny how with all the crazy and weird unique animals there are in Australia, the country's national animal is the only, the kangaroo. I think kangaroos are cute though, and I love her long tail that drags on the floor. I'm not bothered by it, I just find it funny. I was really inspired by Millie Thompson from Trigun for Mew Vovo's personality and overall tall girl design. It's a really fun contrast to have someone tall and super cute at the same time, whereas usually the trope is tall and boyish. Mew Vovo would definitely be a bit shy and introverted too, and feel self-conscious when people point out her height. Now let's move on to our final and youngest Mew Mew. Nearly 9,000 miles over the Pacific Sea, we head to Mexico. She was, by far, the easiest to design. I wanted something cute and childish and youthful. I knew I wanted to give her a kiddie hairstyle, the ones where you've put their hair up in a ponytail, but after an hour, half of it is falling out and it's just this messy little ponytail instead. I did flip-flop with her animal because the dessert she is based on is the maranitos, which, they're pig-shaped. They're a pan-dulce gingerbread, perfect for morning with some milk or a coffee. I thought they looked so cute and was orange Mew Mew? Orange Mew Mew. So I ended up flip-flopping just due to the fact I didn't know if I wanted to go with their national animal, the majestic golden eagle, or, the pig. I ended up going with the national animal because what's the point of adding the rule if I'm going to go against it on the last Mew Mew? Plus as well, if I made her a pig, that would mean that all the animals are mammals, so in the end I made her secondary colour pink to nod to the fact that the maranitos are pig-shaped instead. I do love her design as well, she's so cute. She'll definitely be the cheeky but lovable kid of the group. She's hyperactive and loud, also a bit on the tomboyish side. She'll totally dig in the mud and for worms and other creepy crawlies as well. If you liked the designs of these Mew Mews and enjoyed the video, please give me a like and comment down below. If you have any recommendations on the next set of Mew Mews, please check out my Instagram linked in the description and shown on the screen and look for the highlight Obscure Mew Mew. One last thing to say is if you want to support me in my videos, please subscribe as well. I hope you have a great day and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!